Okay, so we have all the mesh on, and now we're gonna add the ribbon. So you can do the ribbon in any way you would like. You could mix it up, you can mix the colors. Way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna do the lavender ribbon on the lavender, pink on pink, blue on blue, yellow on yellow, etc. You certainly could switch it up. You certainly could do the lavender on the pink. However you wanna do it, this is your wreath, so you have fun with it. So what we're gonna do is, with my lavenders, I have 4, and then 3 and 3. So I know I'm definitely going to want to mix I think I'm going to do like that. So when you do the ribbons, you're going to kind of pinch together the middle of the ribbon so that it kind of creates a little fan. And you're going to do the same thing for both, like that. I find it better, having done this a number of times, to kind of fan them out. You certainly could do one on top of other and then pull them apart, but I do find that they do a little bit better when they're separate like this. Now I'm going to bring in my wreath, and I'm going to find, sorry, all the ribbon is, move this out of the way. The mesh will snag it and bring it throughout the video. So here we go. So we're going to put into here, and I twist. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull those pipe cleaners through to the back side. Now there are 4 rings on that wire mesh, and so I'm going to kind of make sure it kind of covers 2, and I'll show you what I mean by when I flip it over. So I have fed them through. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can see, this is kind of covering 2 of the center bars. I'm going to twist them a couple times, and we'll continue to twist them off and when we finish off the back of the wreath. But this way, just doing it a couple times, in case I decide I want to shift, it might be rolling too far out or something. It gives me a little less untwisting to do. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab my next ribbon and find another purple to put it on. So I'm going to go right here. And again, some twist and wrap around. And as you can see, the mesh is getting stuck to one another, which is normal. All right, I'm gonna flip it over for you. There we go. So this one's on the outer one and on the inner. I kind of want to pull it in so it's a little bit more centered, because it brings that ribbon up to the front. If it rolls too far to the outside, it's kind of sticking off and you don't tend to see it as much. Okay, so there's 2. I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward and put on the rest of the lavender ribbon. I'll come back on and walk you through how I pair up the rest of the ribbon in case you want to mirror this exact one. Okay, so now we're going to do the pink, and it's going to be very much the same process. So matching up my ribbon. So I kind of do 2 plaid with the bunnies, 2 plaid with the solids, and then that leaves me 1 solid with 1 bunny. So now I'm going to go ahead and put these on my wreath. Now, if you want, you may want to pay attention. Some of these ribbon kind of go in a particular direction. So like there is a top and bottom to that rabbit. There's a top and bottom to this rabbit. So when I go to put this ribbon on, I kind of want to be mindful of that, in the sense that I should put it on like this. That way I kind of have a top and a bottom of my wreath, because if I did it this way, I'll have some bunnies going that way and some going this way. It's really however you choose to do it. There's no rhyme or there's no wrong way. I've done many a wreath where I've had the ribbon going in different directions. But I just thought I'd point that out in case that's something that might bother you, because I know there are some people that it would. And before I started making a lot of these wreaths, it did bother me to not even have all the matching. If colors were slightly off or the pattern seemed too bold. I've struggled with that, and I've learned to relax a bit. So anyway, I will go ahead and finish putting on these ribbons and fast forward and come back with the next color. Okay, now we're moving on to the yellow. Again, same story, matching up to, since I have 4 of the gingham, I'm going to do 2 of each of the patterns with the gingham and then 1 of each pattern. And so these are going to go with the yellow, but they could very easily have gone on any of the colors. And again, this is one of those patterns that does have a more of an up and down to it. So kind of making sure you're going in the right direction if you'd like. And if you realize at any time that you don't like the way it's looking, you can untwist them and re-put them, reposition them, and change them around. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed up, finish adding the yellow, and come back and match up the blues for you. Okay, now we're on to our last one. And with this one, you have 4 of each pattern. So you're gonna, oops, and cut all the way through that one. All right, so I'll probably do 2 with polka dot, the solid with the polka dot, do 2 solid with the kind of the plaid, and then 2 polka dot and plaid like that. So now, same way we've done it before, we're going to crease in the middle, kind of folding down so the edges are both down, like that, crisscross, find an open spot, and then I'm going to push this down around. So I'm going to continue to do this for the rest of the wreath, and I will we'll come back, I'll fast forward, and then we'll come back with the final stages of the wreath.